Here's a black hole for us, or a mystery that I don't know how to solve. God never learns, and how do you fit that in with God deciding to create? So there's things in God that I think is beyond our pay grade. It's hard to imagine. When we get into eternality of God and the infiniteness of God, infinity of God, our mind shuts down at a certain point. But should we not expect that? It's like my mind can't grasp this entirely. Well, maybe that's the point. God's God. And if we could explain God, then we would be God. If we could understand and so we're limited in what's been revealed to us, and we're trying to do our best to search out God, to know God. And I think this class is important. I think it's an important inquiry. I love the fact that one of the commands to love God is to love him with all your understanding. And so we are to be academics. Now, it's to be with all of our hearts too. That's the balance. So we're not just coneheads and all knowledge and no heart. But we're to love him with all of our understanding. And this is what we're doing today, is part of loving him with all of our understanding. But we got to come to a point that sometimes our understanding comes to this point of, I can't go any further. And that's where we stop and we marvel and go, God, you're infinitely massive. I don't understand how you always existed. Regardless if you say he's outside of time or inside of time, whatever position you take, there's going to be a point where your mind can't comprehend it. And so theologians throughout the centuries have thought about the immanence and transcendence of God. Philosophers have pushed God into this ultimate oneness and ultimate simplicity, transcendence, and end up making all this immanence as accommodated language. It's just metaphorical language, and they end up using that as a grid or interpretation framework to understand the Bible. And I think that is an extra biblical philosophy that's destroying God's relatedness, personality, him being a personal God, immanent God. Because if God's not immanent, he's not personal. He's not relatable. And we need him to be relatable. And we all know, I mean, that's one of the things we're all born with, is that God's a personal God, and he's going to hold me accountable for my sins. And I have a conscience that condemns me, and I'm scared not of a transcendent God that I'll never meet. I'm scared of a personal God that I will have to have a conversation with.